Hey you all, welcome to a Word Wednesday with Unscathed. Today we're going to be reading the second part of verse 1 in Proverbs. Last week we started the book of Proverbs and we're going to read Proverbs all the way till it's ending, which is 31 chapters. And today we're going to be going over chapter 1, verses 8 through 19. Last week we did chapter 1, verses 1 through 7. Now in this, for those of you who don't know, the book of Proverbs was written by King Solomon. King Solomon was the son of King David. David was a man after God's own heart. However, he fell into sin, as we all do sometimes. He fell many times. He gave in to this woman Bathsheba, who he thought was so beautiful. He took her to his bed. She became pregnant. And then he brought her husband Uriah, who was out to war, to come home to sleep with her. And he would not, because he was so loyal. He said that he dared not sleep with his wife while his fellow man was still on the front line. So David sent him back out into war to be killed on the front line. He died. David took Bathsheba to be his wife. The Lord did not allow that child that she was pregnant with to live. And then they went on to have King Solomon, and that's where King Solomon came from. King Solomon was a king that was very, very wise, but he did not always take heed to his wisdom. One day he had a dream with the Lord, and the Lord asked him, "What can I do for you?" And Solomon asked for wisdom to be able to govern the Lord's people. God gave Solomon that wisdom. However, Solomon took it upon himself. He started making other wives. He started worshiping their gods. He started doing all kinds of things. Although he had much wisdom, he did not always listen to that wisdom. He didn't always take heed to it, and he messed up many times. However, in the book of Proverbs, when he wrote this, he wrote it for people to understand that I had wisdom and I learned from the things that I went through. And I want you to know that nothing is more important than following the Lord. Nothing is more important than listening to your parents. Nothing is more important than all these different things what we get into later. But in the chapters that we're going to read today, which is verses 8 through 18, it says that verse 8 through 18 is a warning against foolishness and the allure of sinful behavior. Solomon begins this warning by appealing to his children to honor their parents' teaching. As most parents know, it is helpful to outline negative behavior before stating what happens when one engages in it. So Solomon is warning his children before you what will happen to you if you engage into this negative behavior. And I'm going to just read this to you guys and let the Holy Spirit move how he decides to move, because he is the one who has the power to change. He's the one who has the power to give you the understanding, the wisdom to receive this word, okay? And it says, "Hear, my son, the father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching, for they are a graceful garland for your hair and pendants for your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, 'Come with us, let us lie in wait for blood. Let us ambush the innocent without reason. Like Sheol, let us swallow them alive and whole, like those who go down to the pit. We shall find all precious goods. We shall fill our houses with plunder. Throw in your lot among us. We will all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Hold back your foot from their paths. For their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed blood. For in vain is a net spread in the sight of any bird, but these men lie in wait for their own blood. They set an ambush for their own lives. Such are the ways of everyone who is greedy for unjust gain. It takes away the life of its possessors." Okay, let that sink in, and I hope this has helped someone. And that concludes a Word Wednesday today. Next week we'll do Proverbs chapter 1, verses 20 through 33. Okay, you guys have a great day. God bless you.